Hey guys, we are back with a very exciting video today of 8th grade supplies. So there's two main things that are going to be in this unboxing video, and I'm opening up the first one. And I have talked about this before, I think, on Instagram, so it shouldn't necessarily be a surprise. This is the Modern American and World History from Beautiful Feet. And this has about 30 or so books. Let's see if we can quickly find them, which is, of course, on their website. So we have Child's First Book of American History, Modern American World History Timeline. I didn't purchase this yet. Across 5 Aprils, Escape from Slavery, The Boyhood of Frederick Douglass in His Own Words, Carver, A Life in Poems, Theodore Roosevelt by Genevieve Foster, The Wright Brothers, Pioneers of American Aviation, Rascal, A Memoir of a Better Era by Sterling North, Sergeant York. So I purchased all these books through Amazon because this is a charter. This I bought myself, but this is a charter sponsored set of materials. So this book is by a Christian publisher. So if you're with a charter, you're not going to be able to get this one through Amazon. So I'm going to have to separately purchase this. Also, I could not find this version of the book on Amazon. I don't think. We'll find out right now when we open things. Then we have The Singing Tree, Out of the Dust, Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry. I already have this. I don't think I bought another copy. The House of 60 Fathers, War Boy, Number the Stars. I already have several copies of these. Air Raid by Pearl Harbor. This was one of the books that most interested me and persuaded me to get this. Bomb. We already have this. He's reading this for a different curriculum that we had got that doesn't work out, but he's still reading it. It's about Oppenheimer and other things. Year of Impossible Goodbyes. Turning 15 on the Road to Freedom. History of U.S., Us, All the People by Joy Hakim. Stealing Home, another book I was interested in because my son is a baseball player. Water Buffalo Days. I was really interested to see this because one of the things I like about Beautiful Feet is I feel like they do incorporate books from different perspectives. If you watch my video about modern U.S. and world history for the high school level, they have a similar book for the high school level about Vietnam from the Vietnamese perspective, so about the Vietnam War. So that's cool. And then Ronald Reagan, our 40th president. Ground Zero by Alan Gratz. We have a lot of books by him my son has read and liked. So that's it. And I'll show you the table of contents for this one, which is how the book is organized, or the curriculum's organized. So you start with the Civil War, then Reconstruction, then World War I, Great Depression and segregation, then Building Towards War, Second World War and the Atomic Age, then the struggle for freedom in the 20th and 21st centuries. So I think you can tell based on the table of contents what the lens is that they're going for here. And I think it's really interesting and really good because it's really hard to find modern curriculum in general that is secular. Beautiful Feet is not a secular company, but a lot of their offerings are. So definitely double check the books and the assignments and things like that. If you're trying to get a strictly secular curriculum, we do use their materials in a secular way. So I will definitely mention as we're going things I notice, but let's look at the first lesson. So you have an introduction, then the assignment is going to be to read the different parts of the books, watch the Battle of Palo Alto on the History Channel, discuss how Lincoln's humor and self-deprecation made him popular. And this is particularly interesting for teens. Then identify what political event brought Lincoln out of retirement. Manifest Destiny. Watch the thing about Manifest Destiny. Then set up a student notebook. In the notebook, record a definition of Manifest Destiny. Discuss that. Then describe the ways in which Southerners justify the enslavement of blacks and the causes of the Civil War. So this is a particular question that I would want to make sure that you're aware of the way it's being asked and what it's asking your students. There are other curriculums that have dealt with this in a less sensitive way, which is problematic. I think I have discussed before about Uncle Tom's Cabin, how they have students analyze whether you think it's right to treat people a certain way, and it's kind of implying that it's not right. versus if you take a child that doesn't really understand what you're asking them and then you're trying to get them to justify slavery, you know what I'm saying, which is obviously not okay. So definitely when you're discussing these topics, my advice would be to keep a close eye on the questions that are being asked and working with your child so that it's not this weird, like, oh, well, we're just talking about what the perspective was back then. Okay, but it wasn't right back then. So why would you want your child to justify that? You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you do. Anyway, so that's the way that it works. So that is the first guide that is going to be featured, the books from here in this video. And then the second one is the Sabbath Mood. Oops, I got the wrong one. Sorry. So pretend this says physics. So I have here the book for physics. And this is the one that is assigned by Sabbath Mood. And I just wanted to show you guys the types of labs that we got materials for, which is what I'm going to be showing you. So hopefully I can quickly get the physics study guide, and then I'll be able to show you what I'm going to talk about. Just give me a second if you want to fast forward on here. I am having trouble editing, so that's why I have to sometimes drag things out in a production delay. It's basically like filming a live, except I'm not live, I'm just recording. All right, so while I wait for that, we'll just go ahead and start opening, and then I will just jump back to this in a second. So here we have the first box, and we've got like 30 boxes to open. So some of them are small, but I've been waiting to do this all at once. So my house is like a storage unit filled with all these things. Okay, so this one is all lab supplies. Very exciting. And these, the list of these materials is available on her website, and you don't have to purchase the curriculum to see what you need. You can see what you need first. So we have a taser flying model rocket launch set. This is going to be an outside activity, and I am trying to put together a group of teenagers to do this. My 3 teens will be doing it, and other friends, because it's like a lot of components to deal with. Here we have clear tubing. Then we have, this is a silk handkerchief, and this is for a friction lab. And then we have, what is this? Oh, a protractor geometry set. I don't know what the protractor's for. Then we have Scotch tape, ironically, because I just got a bunch of that. Then we have a digital tachometer. Don't ask me what that's for. I don't know. One of the labs. Then we have wood glue. Then we have rope, and this is all for different physics concepts, so that's why there's different things. Then we have a protractor. This is just for drawing. And then we have Petri dishes. I don't know what these are for either, so that will be a surprise to find out. Well, I don't know what anything is for, but I thought that was interesting. There's a Petri dish. Then we have, I think, fine sandpaper was what, yeah, fine sandpaper. One of the labs. Then we have, these are, I think, micropipettes. Let's see if it says. I'm pretty sure what that is, that's what those are. So there's different ones on Amazon, and these are individually wrapped. They have ones that are not individually wrapped. They're similarly priced. But my thought was if you're using a Petri dish and a micropipette, you want it to be sterile. So that is why I got that. Then we have, and this sounds broken, so hopefully it's not. Let's just go ahead and open this up. Let's see about this. Okay, I think I know what this is, but we'll just double check. Okay, yeah, so these are, some of them are broken. That's unfortunate. We have glass friction rods. I actually only wanted one, so I'm hoping that at least one of these is not broken. And so I think you take that and you rub it on the silk and maybe on something else. That is that. Then we have a kite, which I'm assuming is going to involve wind or something like that. And then we have polarized protective film. Kind of hard to see. And then we have a good old Slinky. So I'm guessing that's going to be maybe going down the stairs, just like in the ad. All right, then we have our next box. And we got more physics stuff. Okay, so this is spray adhesive. I wasn't sure if the charter was going to cover that because it seems like some of this stuff could be, hazardous. But I did talk to my teacher in advance and I said, listen, this is all for physics, higher level physics. So that's why I'm ordering it. Okay. And she put in notes with the charter and everything for me that these things were needed for the labs. Okay, so this is one of the books from Beautiful Feet. And then we have another book, the Ronald Reagan book. And what's interesting is if you've been here before, you know we're in California, and he was the governor of California. So I think that'll be kind of an interesting perspective to be reading about his political career. Because unless I'm mistaken, I don't think any other governors of California have ever been president. Okay, then we have, I got this. So this is like a novel study for Across 5 Aprils. Whoops. So I thought that might be kind of interesting to check out. I don't know anything about this brand, but also it looks like this could be helpful for me for charter samples. There's a map. So I wanted to try this out with this book that we're already using with Beautiful Feet and then see if I like it, because I think this could be helpful for my purposes as well as charter purposes in terms of having something I could just give my son and not have it be complicated. I'm always trying to simplify the curriculum and things that we're doing in our homeschool so that to set them up for success, if that makes sense. Okay, then we have, this is a rubber friction rod for the physics kit. And then we have a spring scale, and actually my daughter was asking me, there's a lab that involves using this in force, and so it's going to measure, let's see if I can figure this out quickly. So that's what that is, and I was hoping to show you guys the lab. I think it's lesson either 12 or 13 that uses that, and it's about Newton's second law, and you get all these things and measure it. Okay, then we have, I think this is washers. I'm not going to open it right now, but it's definitely magnetic because it's sticking to something else I've gotten here. These are the magnets, so it's sticking to that. Then this is a, what's it called? Not a vise. This is a barrette clamp. So this is for a sound lab. You attach like a tube to something. Okay, and then we have okay, so we got, these are just some art supplies. We got watercolor paper, some Ticonderogas. Then we have Water Buffalo Days from that Beautiful Feet guide. I got 2 more boxes. Oh, actually, I have like 6 more boxes. Okay. Oh, good. So here we have a set of pencils. I got these for my son because he likes pencils. He's engineering minded. I thought he might like that. Then we have the singing tree. Then we have a model of a U.S. tank destroyer. I think this is from World War II, is it? Yeah, it's from World War II. If you've been following me for any length of time, you'll know that he likes building historic models. So what's kind of interesting is that you can only get models that you assemble. Well, I guess that makes sense versus ones that are already put together. Then we have this gouache That's for an art class. Then we have watercolor, liquid, so like kind of some more art supplies. I kind of forgot what I got for him. Oh, just kidding. So this is actually not pencils. This is charcoal. So this is because I wanted him to do the perspective drawing, the 8th grade drawings. And then these are the pencils, which are different graphite pencils, different ones. So that's because I'm going to have him do the different perspective drawing and shading and things as Waldorf stuff does. So then we have Across 5 Aprils. So this is mostly Beautiful Feet books in here. Ground Zero. Then we have Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry. So I did get him one, his own copy. Then Year of Impossible Goodbyes. Out of the Dust. And this is about, I think, the Great Depression. Rascal. And I've already shown you guys what these books are, so you should know kind of what I'm talking about. History of Us. Then we have Turning 15 on the Road to Freedom. The Wright Brothers. Carver, Life in Poems. Compass. I don't know why I got 2 compasses. I probably forgot that I already had one in the cart. Stealing Home, Jackie Robinson, Air Raid Pearl Harbor. We got an ink cartridge because we're always out of ink. Then we have mixed media paper for his drawings. And then now we just have a couple little small packages that I'll open. And I'm assuming these are all physics things. So what is this? This is some kind of powder. This must be magnetic powder for making the, let's see. Oh, these are glass beads, actually. So that's for one of the labs. These are like teeny tiny glass beads. They're like as thick as sand. Then we have, what is this? Oh, these are the, this is rubber cement for the model. You have to use rubber cement on there. And then, interestingly, the physics kit requires tube rubber cement. So hopefully I got that somewhere in here. Oh, this is these are 3 jet engines for doing the rocket. So this needs to go somewhere secure, but so that's for that rocket launcher I showed you guys. And that was the one I had reached out to the teacher about because charters usually have rules about like flammable, dangerous things. So I thought that might get flagged. And then the last thing we have is drawing paper. So that is our big haul for today for 8th grade. We've got physics supplies. My son is doing physical science this year. He's doing the focus on chemistry from Real Science for Kids, and then he's also going to be doing Sabbath Mood physics experiments with his sisters because everybody needs to get some physics exposure, and as you can see, there's a lot of components that we have to get together to do these things, so I thought it would make the most sense to do that together this year. So that's everything. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and thanks for checking out this video.